Ho ho, and indeed ho. What better way could there be to celebrate Christmas than by examining 10 Christmas-themed horror movies on VHS? I put it to you that there could be no possible better way. Hello there, you galloping Christmas goose. I'm Jason Arnott, the author of The Last Days of Jack Sparks, Ghoster, and some Doctor Who stuff. If you're new to this channel, you might want to hit subscribe down there in that corner and then hit the little bell notification so you don't miss a thing. This channel is very much a retro thing. It's a little bit of a variety retro channel, all about things like Doctor Who, retro video games, and horror VHS. If you've seen more than the odd video on this channel, by the way, you might be noticing that the picture quality has received an upgrade, and that is specifically thanks to my patrons at Patreon, who support me on an ongoing monthly basis. These people help me improve the channel and also, frankly, my financial security as a writer. If you'd like to join them, then have a look down there in the video description. Now, at the outset of this video, I did promise you 10 Christmas-themed horror movies on video, and by God, I am going to deliver on that promise. Just you see if I don't. Oh yes. Just make sure you keep watching till the very end, because I've arranged these tapes in such a way that their titles/artwork become more ludicrous as the video goes on. So you just wait till you see the final video in this list. Its ludiocrity will blow your mind. So, let's lift the lid on this festive batch of celluloid. Let's start with a relatively sober and sensible and even creepy title. I think this is the best title of the lot in terms of actually being a good title. So let's see what we can make out here in this rather unclear text. Ah yeah, David Hess is involved. You may remember David Hess as being one of the stars of Last House on the Left. A very distinctive actor who's sadly no longer with us. Let's have a look here. "You'll scream till dawn," shrieks the tagline. During Christmas vacation at the Calvin Finishing School for Girls, 5 girls secretly smuggle their boyfriends in. Oh, those harlots. Surely they must pay with death. No, that's not in the blurb. One party-filled night, their membership mysteriously disappears one by one. Not sure that's a very good sentence. Their membership mysteriously disappears. Throughout the night, horrifying murders are executed until only 2 are left. And as you can see, there's all sorts of mayhem going on there. Now, I've watched this, but it was a long time ago, and I have no idea of what I thought of it, but I guess if I don't have, a sense of giddy amazement related to this film, then it can't be, how good can it be, huh? Yeah. That's nice. Nice side label there with the title of the movie on. Always handy, isn't it? What a treat. What a festive treat. A gift from David Hess to us. Yes. Now, let's get a bit more ludicrous. Don't open till Christmas. Yes. Now, long-term viewers of this channel, or at least people who have been watching it for more than a week, will remember that this film, not this video, but this film was featured in another video I did, which was horror movies with "don't" in the title on VHS. I'll put a card up there so you can see, you can take a look at that video if you want, but stay here as well. It's up to you. You can go and have a look at that or stay here. It's literally all good. Now, in that other video I mentioned, it was a Dutch tape with quite a dodgy cover, and it wasn't artwork, it was a photographic one. So this American tape has a reasonably nice bit of artwork there. It's a bit nicer. And let's have a look. Oh, lovely. "'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring. They were all dead." See, that doesn't rhyme with house, does it? It doesn't sound anything like mouse. Yeah. Quite a poor effort. From the makers of Friday the 13th. Is it? I'm not sure in which sense
that's from the makers of Friday the 13th, probably some tenuous sense. If you happen to know the Friday 13th connection, then get down there in comments and let me know. Blah, blah, blah. A thrilling and bizarre murder mystery where nothing is sacred, even Santa Claus. Goodness gracious me. A killer is loose in London. Oh, London. And his sights are set on one target, Santa Claus, dozens of them. That's a bit confusing, isn't it? His sights are set on one target, Santa Claus, dozens of them. Yeah. Jolly old Saint Nick is stabbed, beaten and electrocuted in department stores, at parties and even on crowded street corners. Wow. So I haven't seen this. I'm sure I would have remembered it because it's set in London. Pretty sure I haven't seen it. Interesting. 7 nights. Nights. Oh, so this used to be Family Video. Well, that's cute. I've never heard of Family Video before, so I'm assuming it isn't a chain. Maybe this was a local store. I can't remember where I got this from, this particular tape. If you've heard of Family Videos, you know what to do. Tell me in comments. Yeah, so that's cute, isn't it? Look at that top flap caked in dust. Lovely. I like these American tapes. Cartons, we call them. I know, technical term, isn't it? And you can see here the difference between the two reds in Christmas. This side has been facing outwards in the shop window, whereas this side has not, hence the fade. Nice cheeky bit of VHS tape there, teasing us, like a glimpse of Garter. Now, what is next? In the name of all that is holy. Silent Night, Bloody Night. Beautiful, isn't it? Hopefully I won't get done for a copyright claim there. You know what YouTube is like. I'm pretty sure though that Silent Night by now has to be public domain. Right, so Silent Night, Bloody Night. Lovely stuff. It's got Mary Warrenoff in it. Oh, incidentally, the last tape, Don't Open Till Christmas, had Caroline Munro in it, who was in Maniac and the last horror movie with Joe Spinell, of course. So, Silent Night, Bloody Night, starring Patrick O'Neill, and oh, John Carradine's in it. I don't believe I've watched this. By the way, you're probably thinking, look at the state of that tape. And yes, indeed, it's got sellotape all around it, and yeah, it looks like it's really been through the wars. Look at that. What the hell is that? It's probably one of these tapes where the carton is actually in 3 pieces and it's only the sellotape holding it together. Yeah, these cartons are a bit tricky. But I like tapes that have been through the wars. I think they're pretty cool. Oh, look at that for a tagline. There was only one thing more terrifying than leaving the house, staying in it. Marvellous. Not a very festive tagline. You think they could have come up with a tagline appropriate to the festive setting. Silent Night. What does this mean? Silent Night, Bloody Night at neighbourhoods. What? Oh, this is actually a cinema review that's just been cut out and worked into the design. Interesting. This juicy macabre story, which was kept hidden for a few years now, pops up on 42nd Street at the bottom of a double bill. Moments of stark terror. Goosebumps. Director Ted Gershuni keeps much of the film in hushed whispers and visual darkness. In other words, he couldn't afford decent sound or lighting. Actually, I've no idea. This could be a truly amazing film for all I know, because I've never seen it. But have you? Tell me if I should be watching this. I should be inserting this into the old VCR and giving it the once over. That's a nice label, isn't it? Look at that. I love yellow, me. I love a bit of yellow, yeah. Lovely side label. So that's 3 festive doozies. What incredible joys they've all been. So what's next? Now this is one of my favourites. Swiping a bit of dust on it, get it decent for you. Yes, Silent Night, Deadly Night. Now this is probably one of the more notorious tapes on this list. It was banned in the UK for a while, I think. I can't remember the circumstances, but I don't know, back in the 80s and maybe even the early 90s, the idea of A Christmas horror movie in which Santa was a killer seemed really controversial. I mean, no one would bat an eyelid about that now, but something about Silent Night, Deadly Night really wound the censors up. Maybe they thought that children would be attracted to it or something, I don't know. Now this is a gorgeous, gorgeous big box carton, which I picked up in America myself many years ago, back when I was a rock journalist, I guess. Might have been, I don't know, I've got no idea where it was. It might have been New York. But I love this box. It is so cool, and that's a really good design, isn't it? Even though it's a photograph, it works very well with the whole design. So what's the blurb saying? Bearing the emotional scars of a young boy who has seen his mother and father brutally murdered by a savage killer in a Santa Claus costume, 18-year-old Billy explodes into a lethal frenzy. God, that's the worst kind of frenzy, isn't it? I hate it when frenzies turn lethal. He's asked to put on a Santa Claus suit himself to entertain the customers of the department store where he works. So I see, so he gets triggered and he's off on a killing rampage. Yeah. I don't remember this being incredibly gory, to be honest. I think, like I said, I think it was more the concept, just the general concept of the thing that annoyed the UK censors. And we can't have that, can we? Now these big boxes are really cool because they have a kind of a tray inside. Look at this. Yeah. I love these trays. So cool. And a Be Kind, Please Rewind sticker. An actual one from out in the field. That's lovely. Nice shiny silver sticker. Wolf 423. We will never know what that means. In our whole lifetimes we'll be oblivious to the meaning of that. I don't know why I turned it around like that. No idea. Oh, that's better. So, what could possibly be the next film after Silent Night, Deadly Night, you ask yourself? Now, I know if I was to abruptly stop the video here and refuse to tell you, you would never sleep again because you'd be so wanting to know. Well, I did say the films are going to get more ridiculous as we go, and I did not lie to you. The next film is Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. Yes, prayers won't save you in the silent part of this night. Yeah, how'd you like those apples, eh? That's quite a cool cover, I think. Although, it's a bit weird that it's a gun. I don't know why that's a gun. It's been a long time. I have watched these films, but it's been a long time. Yeah. No. Oh, there's a severed nun's head. It looks severed. Has it got a body there? No. No, it does not. And something bad has happened to him too. The door of the mental hospital opens, releasing Ricky from its confines. Ah, it's Ricky, brother of Billy from the first film. Ah, and he's got some kind of obsession with nuns. And he starts a whole new life avenging his brother's death. Oh, a bit of a spoiler there for the end of the first movie, but still, we probably could have guessed that would happen, wouldn't we? Mother Superior prays in the dark. We suggest she say an extra prayer for herself, because not even her faith will be enough to stop Ricky, but prayers will do little for her in the silent part of this night. Oh God, that's so clumsy. How clumsy is that final paragraph? Yeah, quite clumsy. Oh, another rental sticker. These are, I think I clarified that these are American tapes. Yeah, this is an American tape. Rental sticker, additional rental charge if not returned by 6 p.m. Genius. Loving that. Loving that. Yes. What's that you say? You've had quite enough of Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2. Well, fair enough. Let's move on and find out what the next movie could possibly be. Oh goodness me, it's Silent Night, Deadly Night 3, subtitled Better Watch Out! Exclamation mark. Now this looks like an export tape. Yeah, what's that? I think yeah, it looks Greek actually. It's a Greek tape. Yeah. Although for our convenience, he looks a bit scary. I wouldn't want to meet him in a dark alley or even a perfectly well lit alley. The horror classic that shocked the world is back with a new mind-jolting terror. Dr. Newberry has saved the life of the hideously injured Ricky Caldwell. I bet Dr. Newberry is gonna regret that, mate. So, the doctor has encased his patient's exposed brain inside a plexiglass cap. No, not a plexiglass cap. Plexiglass cap. Try saying that after a couple of ales, and I haven't even had any, so I've got no excuse whatsoever. Yeah, deep coma. He connects Ricky's brain waves to a gifted clairvoyant who unexpectedly taps into the dark and twisted realm of his haunted dreams. Ghastly things start to happen, and Detective Connolly, Robert Culp, must fight to stop the dangerous experiment. When Laura's nightmare ends, the all-too-real... Hold on, who's Laura? Oh no, she's the clairvoyant. Yes. Well, I'm sure this is a brilliant film. I certainly can't remember it. Oh look, there he is with his plexiglass cap, holding his brain in. Yeah. Is that looks a bit... Oh no, it is an original tape. Yeah. Lovely stuff. So surely that is the end of the Silent Night, Deadly Night films. They'd stop after the first trilogy, wouldn't they? Or would they? Well, who'd have thought it? Silent Night, Deadly Night 4. Did you not wonder to yourself how I was going to present 10 Christmas-themed horror movies on VHS? Yeah. The Silent Night, Deadly Night films definitely have helped. Now, as I understand it, this film was not made as a Silent Night, Deadly Night sequel. I think it was made as something else and repurposed. I might be wrong though. Let's have a look at the blurb, shall we? Yeah. Yeah, see the difference there? That was facing into the store and that was facing the window. Unfortunate. So let's have a look. Oh, there's a nun. No wonder they decided to co-opt this into the franchise. Yes, the initiation is a bizarre, horrific ritual which occurs every time this welcoming committee from hell needs a new member. Oh, Clint Howard is in it. Ron Howard's brother, who was in all of Ron's films, and of course was so great in Evil Speak. If you haven't seen Evil Speak, I suggest you get the Blu-ray on 88 Films, or just get it from wherever you are in the world and watch it, because it's great fun. Membership lasts an eternity, and you can imagine the Jews. You can imagine the Jews. What does that even mean? Oh, I see, the Jew payments, yeah. Canadian tape this is, by the looks of it. Yeah, made in Canada. Now, you see, my problem with this is they've put a Christmas tree on the cover. There's no mention of Christmas at all in the blurb. In my opinion, that is a travesty. What an absolute travesty. Nevertheless, we'll have a quick look at the tape, won't we? We love it. Yeah, we love it. Sorry, I just wobbled. Sorry for wobbling the camera around there. There it is. Silent Night, Deadly Night 4, Initiation. I bet it's an absolute sensation. I swear this is the last one. This is the last Silent Night. This is literally the last Silent Night, Deadly Night film. Part 5, The Toy Maker. And once again, I believe this was repurposed. Just off the top of my head, I feel like it might have been made as a film called Bugs. Or was that the last film, Part 4? Tell me in comments if you are ludicrous enough. Oh, look. It looks like some kind of creature has come out of this gentleman's eye sockets. I don't know what's going on there. He's not having a very Christmassy time, is he? Some kind of struggle going on there. Some kind of Venetian blind tugging exercise. Mickey Rooney is in this as the toy maker Joe Petto. Now you see, the good thing about this is it looks, yeah, it's got Christmas in it. As the story opens, it looks like a Fright Christmas. What? A Fright? Oh, a Fright Christmas instead of White Christmas. I'm surprised there hasn't been a movie called Fright Christmas, although judging by the amount of time it took me to get that pun, that's probably for the best, isn't it? Yeah. It looks like a Fright Christmas for young Derek Quinn. He's seen what living horrors lurk inside the brightly wrapped boxes from Petro's shop. An experience that left him mute. Now he can't even scream when the Deadly's toys come to life again in his own house. Yeah, I mean 4 and 5 don't seem to continue the series at all. But who knows, maybe they're, far more interesting films. I can't remember because it's been so long since I watched. Look at the difference again. Facing into the store, facing out of the store. Yeah. Although actually that looks so different, I'm not sure if I can believe. Wow. Anyway, yeah, part 5, that's your lot. Weirdly and inexplicably, I have all of those films on DVD as well. I know. Now, there's been so many Silent Night, Deadly Night films that we only have 2 movies left. And don't forget, the last one is going to be the most ridiculous. And so here is the second most ridiculous tape. Now this is one of the few UK tapes in this video. Look at that, Christmas Eve. Oh, these puns are just astonishing, aren't they? You'd better take care, Santa is coming to town. Yeah, I mean, once again, I suppose that was probably quite a provocative cover back in the day. And I suppose, you wouldn't exactly want your kids seeing this now, would you? Yeah, not really. What a lovely, lovely box that is. Let's have a look at the back. It is The Night Before Christmas, 1947. Oh, they're doing the Not a Creature Was Stirring thing again. It was the night before Christmas, 1947, and all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, and hoped that St. Nicholas would soon be there. 3 kids sit on the stairs to watch for Santa Claus. It's Daddy. No, it is not. Whoever is writing this clearly didn't understand what quotation marks were for, or what anything was for, really. Yeah, his mother is making love with Santa Claus. Is it his father? But the result is attempted suicide. Wow, there's a psychopathic, spelt wrongly, psychopathic killer on the loose. Now, I have seen this film, and I won't tell you the exact ending, but what I do remember about the ending is that it takes on an absolutely ridiculous... It's an ending that, if I remember rightly, makes it worth sitting through the rest of the film, because it's absolutely ridiculous and takes a kind of, shall we say, a fantasy turn. Yes. I think this film is actually well worth watching, if I remember rightly, if only for the ending. Okay, so that's the 9th film. What is the final and most ridiculous film in my list? Here it is. You see that? It's also the coolest tape in the list, as well as the most ludicrous. But let's take a look at the title first. Jack Frost 2: The Revenge of the Mutant Killer Snowman. Yes, there was a Jack Frost 1, or rather it was just called Jack Frost, and trust me, Michael Keaton was not involved at all. Now look at this hologram action. Is that a hologram? I don't know what it is. I don't know what the exact word is, but look at this. Evil snowball comes out of his mouth. Yes. This is what we're all about, isn't it? We love this crazy action. Look at that. Beautiful. I could just do this all day. Look, innocent snowman. Oh dear, what's happened to that? His eyes have gone all green and all. Terrible business. And a nice tagline, he's icing and slicing. One more time, because I know you want it. I can see it in your eyes. Yes. Just do this for an hour. Get 1 million views. Yes, what a film. It's a shame I don't have the first Jack Frost film, although then it might have been, well, it would have been 11 films, wouldn't it? And that would have been an annoyingly uneven number of films. So it's all right. Jack, the chiller killer, is back and he's mad as hell. An accidental lab experiment resurrected the evil snowman, but this time the crystal killer can't be stopped by fire, bullets, or even his worst enemy, chemical antifreeze. With revenge on his mind, Jack sets out on a chilling killing spree that threatens to ice everyone around him. Just when you thought it was safe to go back in the fridge. That's actually a really good, that's actually a pretty good blurb, I think, because it's in the spirit of the film itself, isn't it? Oh, High Flyers, they distributed a film that I wrote called Stormhouse. Yeah, look at that. It's beautiful. And as you might have gathered, this is a much more recent tape than the others. This is from the year 2000, look. Yeah. Let's have a look at the tape. Sadly, I don't think the tape is holographic, but it's worth having a look at for the sake of being a geek. Yes. So I think you'll agree that that is the most ludicrous tape of the lot, both in terms of the concept, the title, Jack Frost 2, The Revenge of the Mutant Killer Snowman, and this delightful animation. Merry Christmas! If you'd like to support this channel and help it grow, while also receiving benefits like seeing videos early and being thanked on screen, then consider joining my private VIP cult. Not cult, community. That's right, community. See downstairs in the video description for a handy link. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to embrace your obsessions.